I'm done holding back unless it. I don't know. I didn't have anything. Didn't have anything clever to say there.
The Rock talks about his steroid-free success.
No, he doesn't. That's unbelievable.
Defiant Dwayne. I don't know why they say that. This is some article thing I found. Defiant Dwayne says the naysayers want to negate the hard work he put in.
Well, first off, where is there's so much to unwrap here, but like, who says that because you're on steroids that you're not working hard?
No, but he's narcissistic, literally, and so he wants the world to think that he's the hardest worker that's ever stepped foot since Jesus Christ, and he's the one that built everything he's done. No one's. Have you ever he always talks about having a nickel in his pocket or whatever his shtick is. He's never talked about like, oh man, I met Johnny, and Johnny really taught me well about. He's never once said that. He's always said me.
He went and sourced the agave for his tequila.
Yeah, no. He probably picks the agave.
He grew it. He grew it.
Yeah, he probably picks it and fucking ferments it or whatever the fuck process.
Have you guys heard the story about what's happening with agave, though?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's running out?
Yeah. Like, there's going to be, like, literally, like, in 10 years, it's going to be gone. Because it takes, like, 10 years to grow a plant.
Didn't his best little buddy just make a tequila, too?
All these companies make. How are all these like? Are they just trying to make as much money as they can before it runs out?
I think a lot of it is like energy drinks or fitness apps. Sorry to unveil the Wizard of Oz shit, listeners, but a lot of it is just white label, right?
Yeah, so it's all made from the same five companies.
Yeah, the same barrel or whatever the fuck tequila's made in just throws into your bottle now with your name on it.
Yeah, that's how a lot of things go.
I don't know what The Rock wins or loses even talking about steroids is number one. One, I'm not a big Rock fan anymore. Despite, 12-year-old Mikey loving how charming he was in wrestling. Like, he was so funny to me. Guys like that have always been my favorite characters. The Rock, Stone Cold, Vince Vaughn movies. Because it seems like he's just being himself and he just chatters. He's just so funny with it.
Yeah, he just goes on a little tangent.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Little witty stuff. Like, those are my guys. And The Rock and Stone Cold doing that is so funny. And kind of like shit-talking. Like, I love that. And then, a couple movies came out. They sucked. That's fine. I still kind of like The Rock. And then I don't know, as much as I know about psychology, is narcissism's kind of in you. It's kind of one of those things. And then it can get flipped on or off. And it seemed it just fucking flipped on in his, like, late 20s. And he just started going fucking, We talked about it on here, too. Someone's going to arrest me for being, like, The Rock's #1 hater. But, like, when a movie comes out, he's got a huge social media, right? He's got to be, like, top 10 in the fucking world.
He's got hundreds of...
Right?
Like, he's got like 100 million,
yeah,
right?
Probably
more.
There. When a movie comes out, he's done, like, one post promoting the movie, which is... majority, you want to, do BTS and stuff on your Instagram and connect with people, but a lot of it is promotion as a business. He does like one post about the movie coming out, and then he literally on one of his movies, he did 5 posts saying that they're #1.
Oh yeah, I was way off. It's 327 million.
Dude, I remember
is that the whole population of like the United States.
And guess what? I don't follow him.
No,
I do. I do for the shit talk.
Yeah, me and my buddies used to pass around those Terramana like videos and just laugh our asses off because they were just so funny.
Or the
Terramana
Zoa,
Tuesday,
his energy drink shit.
First off, like I've had one of those.
No, it's disgusting.
Tastes like dog shit.
It's the worst energy drink I've ever had in my life.
Also, the branding is awful.
Yeah, remember? You might know, Jim, but it might be a generational thing. The Nickelodeon version of like Wipeout.
The Temple of Doom?
Temple of Doom. It's a Temple of Doom energy drink.
That's what it looks like. You're right. We're supposed to bring that show back.
I don't remember
It's good.
That.
You do?
Good. I don't remember that.
It was like
it was
somewhere between
Legends of the Forbidden Temple.
There we go. Okay, that
wasn't that an Indiana Jones movie? That I just said?
Yeah.
Temple of Doom was an Indiana Jones movie.
It's got the same. You get the idea.
The worst Indiana Jones movie before the last Indiana Jones movie.
Right? It goes like
2 good ones
3,
and
2.
Yeah.
It's like an American Gladiator kids version.
Yeah.
It was like trivia. Like they would
there's
ask them like
trivia,
questions about like geography or like some current like stuff like that.
Was Mike O'Hearn on that one too, claiming natty? Was that him?
Probably. So like the Mike O'Hearn thing,
Probably,
I understand where he has to lose because he's sitting in the fitness industry, right? Like he's probably got some ego about him. Shout out to Mike O'Hearn. He does meme it now, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
Like he's not out there like preaching that he's natty. He kind of like says like fake natty, hashtag this. Like he kind of jokes with it, which is cool. Like might as well meme yourself. Don't take yourself too serious. But The Rock literally has nothing to win or lose. Why are we taking interviews about steroids?
He should just. I think, like you said earlier, he should just completely fucking avoid it entirely. Just like don't even respond to it. Like, come on, man.
I don't think his ego will let him.
But also, like, dude, like you have people that go into these interviews for you before you even do them and get a list of the questions. Like, tell them, like, I'm not doing this. You want me on your show?
Right.
We're not talking about this.
Who's his PR guy, and who's allowing him to?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's the
I don't
real
know who his
problem.
representation is. It's probably was it CAA?
Yeah. But they just have no clue, and maybe his PR guy has no clue about steroids and truly believes The Rock, and that's fine because steroids are still like, even in the industry, there's people that are quote unquote coaches that have no clue what's going on, right? Like they are like a mystery, so I understand that. Yeah, you don't know who's on or off. I get that. But the other thing too is like, and I don't think it's a joke or like a legal cover, because then everyone's anti-argument to the steroid thing is, well, they're going to lose sponsorships about it, and you got to know it's still illegal, so they don't want to talk about it. And I do understand that. Okay, then just literally ignore the question. Whether you're The Rock at a PR thing or you're doing your own Q&A on Instagram, you choose what questions you answer.
Yeah.
I get a bunch of weird fucking questions, and I just choose not to answer them. Or I don't snap back at people, and I don't answer questions I don't want to answer.
Yeah.
Like, it's that easy. Like, if they're talking wild or talking shit on someone, I'm not going to answer it. So all these people, though, literally everyone, pro bodybuilders, are talking about TRT now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, just say you're on or off, or don't take the question. Like, you're not on a replacement therapy plan. Right?
Yeah, you're on a...
That's like my car got a flat tire on the way over here, so I bought 3 Bentleys, car replacement.
Yeah, you just buy a new car because the tire's a little low.
Yeah,
not even flat.
And
Just a little
upgraded
low.
5-fold.
Yeah,
You know, my Honda broke, so I fucking bought a Ferrari.
I think the stigma on TRT has gone way down though. People are
No,
like,
for
it's like
sure.
it's like fair game now. It's like,
That's why I
if you're
think people
over
are-
35, it's totally like worldwide acceptable to get on TRT now.
However, I wish I could actually find it and read it to you, or show you, but I think it would. I would be violating people's privacy to do that. But there's this Facebook group called like Strong Over 40 or something like that somebody put me in at some point. So I watched this stuff go by, and this dude posts over the weekend. He's 61 and he has got like a before and after picture. In the before, he is fat. The guy's like 6'4". He's probably 300 in the first picture. In the second picture, he's 265 and jacked and ripped.
Oh yeah,
just like flat belly, huge slabs of pec, really narrow
nice V-taper.
waist. Yeah, just like whatever. And so people are commenting like, "Oh yeah, whatever, steroids, whatever." But one dude says something about ASS, not AAS. Like
So ass?
AAS is yes, not ass, not steroids, not anabolic and
androgenic,
steroids. No, ASS. And the guy responds to him in the same way, saying, "Oh no, I haven't done any ass." It's like, looking at the picture, dude, you could get all the ass in the world that you were looking for, but you took fucking steroids. Just be honest about it. TRT or whatever you took, but you definitely.
How old is he? You think he's
61? There's no fucking way.
There's no diet or amount of training you can do at that age based off of what you're describing to get that kind of physique at 60 years old.
No.
I
It's
wonder
just
what
not
the
biologically possible.
I wonder what the actual range is. Because, like, I didn't see the pictures. Like, if you're 60 and your test is so low and you're taking 200 mgs a week, which I think is still in the TRT range.
Yeah.
You could
150, maybe.
But isn't the spectrum of like low testosterone like 200 to 1,000?
Yeah, it's like 700.
It's like this
900.
gigantic
It's huge.
window.
It is. But my point is, like, if you have like really good receptors and like, because like genetics play a role on how you like process steroids as well.
Yeah.
Like maybe that guy could get crazy jacked off 200 mgs a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's still TRT.
No,
I mean,
TRT for sure.
Well,
But
claiming,
There's
he's
no way it's
claiming-
not TRT.
got you. I thought your conversation was more about taking, because mine's more about, do you take steroids or are you on TRT, which is just test and under 200 mgs a week, right?
Yeah.
Or are you fucking taking winstrol and anadrol and all this shit? Now you're just a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're a normal human, even a quote-unquote influencer, like, what do you really have to lose? If you go on the internet and say, I do heroin, the cops aren't showing up. Yeah, see, like, I think, he's probably on TRT for sure, but I don't think he could probably get that
definitely.
with just test.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
sure,
he's got
probably
a
so.
crazy, like, he's an athlete. You can, like, see abs going on. Like, although he's frumpy, like, you know what I mean?
He's got a good bone structure,
and he's got like muscle in his tummy. Like the dude's not a joke.
Yeah,
but
know? That's not. Yeah, that's definitely.
But that could be 200
assisted.
mgs. Yeah, it could be 200 mgs a week. Where like these other dudes are literally. I don't want to. How drama do we want to get here?
I don't care.
Go for it.
So C-Bum, Christopher Bumstead, everyone's favorite like literally, besides Arnold, he might go down as the second biggest fitness person on the planet.
Yeah.
C-Bum goes out in a YouTube video and says he takes 200 mgs a week, which is TRT stuff. And there's just like no way, even
How tall is he though?
He's probably, I don't know exactly, but he's like 6 foot 6'1", walks around at like 270 off season.
Okay, so he's not a small guy.
No, he's a freak, and his genetics are freak, and I believe he works really, really hard.
I'm sure there's pictures out there of him as like a youth, as like a kid. Like, what did he look like?
He probably looked insane. Like a lot of those guys, like Flex, you know, shit. No one really talks about him anymore, but like I think he's won more Olympias than anyone in history.
Yeah.
Flex as a kid, they have him playing rugby in high school. And he looks the same, just 100 pounds less. Like, he looks fucking insane.
Yeah, he's just crazy genetics.
Yeah, and he probably worked really hard as a rugby player, you know? Like, all that. 100 billion%. But, like, I just don't get what you win coming out.
Rugby's also one of the dirtiest sports there is, but...
Yeah.
There's that. Yeah.
They're overseas. Yeah, I don't know the culture in, like, Ireland or
like,
Scottish.
Rugby is like weightlifting. Like, it's like...
For
like
sure.
So dirty.
I just don't know. I don't know the Scottish steroid culture.
Oh, dude, it's probably, like, just like any, you know, country that's, like... thriving off of sport that's like very important.
Yeah,
like a lot. So it's a lot.
I don't know if they're that good though. Like Australia, like those dudes are fucking chunks.
Yeah.
Like those dudes are bigger than NFL cats sometimes, and they're fucking flying around. They're insane now.
Well, it's all just there. Their legs are massive.
Yeah, but long story short, like I just don't know what you win or lose talking about it there either.
I don't know either.
Like if you don't want to talk about it, don't talk about it.
I was going to use him as an example earlier because I felt like he never does talk about it. How do bodybuilders do such a good job at avoiding the obvious conversation?
Yeah, and they all do call them like supplements, and that's fine because like they'll supplement and wink at the camera. Okay, if you want to cover your ass, but like my point is like the cops aren't going to knock on your door for 200 megs of fucking Anadrol. You know what I mean? Like, and they're going to hack your IP. We got bigger fish, and if you're really worried about that, that's fine. Call it supplements, wink at us. But if you're going to go into enough detail, you already dove in. It's like people that dive in don't want to get their hair wet. Like, you fucking dove in, and then now you're just going to say 200 megs. You're just going to fucking lie.
Well, pick a side, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're in this like state right now of like with brands and like people are brands now, right? So it's like the people that are kind of in the middle fringe, like they're not popping off as much as they can.
Yeah.
You kind of got to pick like a side of or an opinion or a vibe of some sort, and you have to just go all in on that.
Right.
It's like when you dabble in the middle, like you lose people's respect or credibility, right?
Yeah.
Like,
or you're just not
either
interesting.
completely deny it entirely until people stop asking you about it, or just fully be transparent. Yeah. If you like try and play this middle realm, trying to please everybody, like you just end up like people just like stop fucking with you.
And I think the worst of it is the people who claim to be natty and they're selling something that supposedly got them like that, but of course they're not.
Well, Jim, it's the proprietary blend and the Zoa energy that gets you jacked.
Exactly. That's, I think, the most offensive part of it. Other than that, I don't give a shit. I mean, people can disclose or not disclose or whatever, but if you're telling people this is what you did to get to the place you are, and you're not being genuine about it, well, fuck you.
Well, I think that's everyone. That's my issue with the industry as a whole. Whether you verbally say it or not, you posting yourself shirtless every day on your Ferrari and then telling me your code for Zoa Energy is the same thing to me.
But it's like also like look at
I guess
I know we're talking about,
I mean, why do they have sexy guys with the fucking Viagra pill?
Well,
because then they're like, oh, if I look like that and I take Viagra, I'm going to be hot and I'm going to fuck the hot chicks. They're not going to put a regular frumpy dad on a couch with Viagra because then no one's going to buy the Viagra.
Oh, they're also not going to use pictures of erect penises, but that's really what it does. I mean,
I don't know what that has to do with my point, but
we're just talking about things that they don't do, right? I mean, that they're not going to do.
I'm just saying that these guys are liars without being. You don't have to directly say, "Oh, Zoa Energy made me jacked." If you're fucking taking a picture all sweaty, vascular, and you say Zoa Energy, you're doing that.
But also, like, we know what The Rock's body type looked like at the peak of his testosterone, natural occurring testosterone in his body as a 20-year-old.
I know.
We saw what you looked like. You're not naturally lean. You're not naturally I mean, like having excess muscle mass.
He
like,
wasn't waking at 5 a.m. at University of Miami. That's what it was.
Well, dude, I'm thinking even like early Rock days, dude. He was 80s, 70s big back then. Like he was just all bulk, no cut.
Yeah.
What? No,
Yeah.
I mean, he played D1 fucking football, University of Miami. You're not working hard there, Rock?
Did he even start though?
No, he played. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he threw down.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. No, he had some looks at the NFL-ish and then whatever, but like even still, even if you don't start, you're in the weight room with them.
Yeah.
My point is like, why'd you look like shit then?
Yeah. And like, why are you look 10,000 times better now?
Yeah, and like you want to blame your University of Miami strength coach? Like your fucking training is that much more optimized now? No shot.
Dude, yeah, you're just doing chest presses in,
Yeah, it doesn't
in your
matter.
garage,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
Like
it's the same shit.
sweating.
Yeah, you're on no secret program now.
No, you're just like literally doing the basics. And it's I don't know, man. It's just dude, just like either completely deny it or go all in with it.
Yeah.
But I understand like he's in a weird spot because he's so influential.
Yeah, just don't talk about it.
Just ignore it instead of like giving kids either false perceptions of reality or false hope that you can look like this if you just like work hard, drink Terramana, and mix it with Zoa, you're gonna look like me.
Right.
Like don't
Like, is your main goal actually just because you actually want to motivate the world? Is he that altruistic?
I don't think so. I think
That's
he's like
where
everybody
I
else.
get-
I think he's like everybody else in that whole scene. They just want money.
That's where I get, right? Like, if he truly... Because then I understand, right? If somewhere deep in the fucking Pebble's heart, he really wants to motivate the world, and that's why he's talking about that,
Pebble.
all right, man. All right, I get that. But there's just no way. It's an ego thing. He wants to verbally tell the world how hard he works in every Instagram post, and 100 million people are sucking the Zoa.
Yeah. Dude, I've never seen anybody out in the wild drinking a Zoa,
No, it's
though.
gross.
Like, who's buying that?
You buy it once.
Like, who's buying it, though?
Once it touches your lips, you never want it.
I got it in, like, a Gaines box or some shit like that.
If you give me a tea shop and some caffeine powder, like a random fucking hippie tea shop, I'm going to make a better energy drink.
Dude,
That's what it tasted
it's
like.
not good.
Like they grabbed like a weed and shoved it in water, steeped my weed, not marijuana, literal weed in fucking bubbly water, and then poured caffeine in it.
Yeah. No, what are good, those yerba mates are fire, though. I like those.
Maybe because it's from my country, dude.
Yeah, it's good.
That's what we drink.
I got over those a few years ago.
We should drink
They're
some
good,
hot
though.
ones.
I feel like I got super energized off those, and there's not a ton of caffeine.
We should drink the real shit in here one time.
Matcha?
Mate.
Oh, mate? Yeah?
It's
See what
hot.
happens?
It's a loose leaf. My mom's got. I forgot what they're called, dude. Losing my cultural credibility. But they're these. They used to be made mostly out of gourds, and it's basically like a mug, and it's like insulated. But my mom's got one out of a bull testicle, and you throw the loose leaf in there. And
Now
then-
who's talking about genitals?
Yeah, but then you cup it, and then the straw's coming out of
Well,
it.
of course you do.
You know what I
Whoa.
mean? It's a metal straw though, and,
Ah.
and the filter's on the straw, and it's a group deal. You know,
Oh, you drink it through the filtered straw.
Yeah.
And you pass it around like a peace pipe.
You pass around like a peace pipe with the hot water.
Does somebody
Oh,
read
sick.
the leaves when you're done, or is that just
You like
culturally inappropriate?
You spread them out on the table and
Yes.
tell.
Oh, like a
Fortune teller.
Yeah.
no.
No.
We should. We
That would
could.
be- yeah. It's like your hand lines, right?
But that's
You
very
do that.
Argentinian.
That's cool.
No.
I like that.
No, it's
I like
great.
traditions like
And,
that.
well, and they do it. It's like a probably. I mean, I think the Leafs are healthy for you, but they do it like 5 times a day. Like it's not like high tea or whatever. They're all the time like like right now they would be doing it. If this was an Argentine podcast, they'd just be doing it.
It's like a hookah vibe, kind of like a
Times
social
1,000.
social thing.
100%.
Interesting.
And because life is just slower in other countries compared to America, right?
Yeah,
they don't
that's
have
for
40-hour work weeks. They're working till like 8 in the morning till like 1. They probably have 1 break there, and then like 3 other in the afternoon. They're just chilling.
See, and like, what's the quality of life there, right? That's got to be better.
Probably. I mean, right now
I
think
would
they're going
rather
through a
just,
mini
like-
revolt, but besides that, yes, probably going all right.
I've like, I just, I guess it's like the grass isn't always greener, but sometimes you just fantasize about like, man, like, maybe we're just doing it so wrong here, dude. Like, we're always just worrying about the next thing and never ever present.
We always hear about
I'm never present.
No. Even
Like,
Europe.
I'm gonna be real. Like, and I'm like hardly present.
Yeah,
it's
it's
always
hard.
about like the next thing.
yeah.
And
Even
it's like
Europe.
it's like you look back and you reflect on it, you're like, man, like 5 years just flew by, and like didn't really like enjoy a lot of like the small moments.
What do you think the fucking Adam Sandler, not to segue this thing pretty good, dab, Adam Sandler click is about? You seen that?
Yeah, that's true.
That shit'll make you cry.
Yeah, it's true. That's kind of basically like the whole thing in a nutshell. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that like you're just like you're always worrying about work, worrying
Yeah.
about this, worrying about that, and then your life's just moving by. And
True
all of a
enough.
sudden
Now you're having a heart attack at your daughter's wedding.
you're having a heart attack at your daughter's wedding. Speaking of daughters' weddings.
Uh-oh.
I know we're talking about something else today.
No,
but I started that show on Paramount, The Offer, about The Godfather.
About The Godfather, yeah.
It is phenomenal.
Is it really good?
It is so fucking good.
I've heard both good and bad about it. I heard that it's really accurate. I heard it's really inaccurate.
I don't care if it's accurate or not. I'm going straight off of like entertainment factor.
Yeah.
And the acting is like level 10 acting. Like, man, like I highly recommend that to anybody.
What's the fuck the Paramount now? I have like already 3 of these things.
I know. Paramount, I like Paramount a lot though because I watch like those stupid shows like The Challenge and stuff like that.
And the new
And
Star
South Park.
Trek, which is
MTV?
so fucking good.
See, I haven't started yet, but it's on my queue.
Well, all 10 of them are available now, so you can just like binge it. But literally, the last episode is one of the best ever.
Paramount's solid, dude. It's worth it.
Yeah. Another one I'm gonna throw at you: The Old Man with Jeff Bridges.
Oh, I love Jeff Bridges.
Oh, fucking good! It's so good.
Okay.
Ex-CIA.
Oh.
Disappeared himself like 25, 30 years earlier due to a number of things that unfold over the course of the show.
I like that.
Yeah, very, and then now they're after him.
I also started that Chris Pratt Terminal.
How is that?
I didn't know Chris Pratt had like a hater club.
He
does.
He does.
Why?
Because he just like, I think he also kind of leans into it a little bit. He doesn't like, he kind of trolls it a little bit.
Because I've heard, and this is from other like celebrities or like pseudo celebrities, that Chris Pratt's actually cool as a human, which is rare, right? How many times do you hear like, "Oh, LeBron James is an angel in person"?
He's very grounded and down to earth.
Yeah,
apparently.
I've heard he's fucking rad, right? You hear like the Shia LaBeoufs are weird but cool. You hear like the whatevers. So I heard Chris Pratt's cool. And then you don't have to like love him in Guardians of the Galaxy, but like he's quirky and kind of cool. Like there's never a role that I'm like, damn, that guy absolutely sucks.
I don't want to go like full gossip show here, but like
no, we're already in it now.
Well, yeah, one of the things
called out everybody in the fitness.
One of the things like the Chris Pratt thing is just like blows my mind and like why sometimes I just want to like unplug from social media is like he has like a child with some other lady.
Yeah.
And they had some complications with the child at birth, whatever, but the baby ended up being fine. It wasn't like anything, I don't think, super major. And then he had a child with another lady, I think, and maybe like a new wife or new girlfriend. I'm not sure on the details. Doesn't matter.
Hollywood shit.
And
he's married to Blake Lively now.
Yeah, okay. And then he said like, oh.
No, I'm lying.
That's Ryan Reynolds, right?
Catherine Schwarzenegger. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh.
And he said
Not
on
a bad pick?
Posted a picture of the baby and the mom or whatever it was, and he said something along the lines of like, so happy to have a healthy newborn baby or whatever. And the internet turned on him because his first baby wasn't like as healthy at the beginning and this and that. So the internet just attacked him from all angles. Like, oh my God, like your first baby wasn't healthy. So like, why are you saying this about this baby? Like, it's like all this crazy shit.
Well, this is how you can prove that social media is at least not all fed through his PR, because they would have caught that and said, hey, you know, this could be interpreted differently.
But also, like,
I think that's
so insane.
Stupid. Yeah, I think that's so.
It is. But that's a cancel culture thing. Like he's gonna get canceled over that. But people were
trying to.
There's a fuss over it. Nobody ever gets canceled.
That seems
like ever been canceled in the history of cancellation.
That seems like so.
Maybe Weinstein.
Well, that's different though. That's like criminal though.
That's
like
fair.
It's
that's
criminal.
Fair.
If you've been a criminal,
criminal's different.
Yeah, it's different.
You're right. Good point.
I feel like that's a good take. Am I missing something?
What do you mean?
Something bad happens in your life, and then you're more thankful that baby's
because
good
it wasn't the same baby or the same wife.
Yeah.
And people, like you said, though, people are looking for a reason to hate this quote unquote stand-up guy.
Yeah.
That doesn't have much drama. He like makes movies people love.
I mean, we're not in fucking 1500 Vatican Roman times. Motherfuckers have kids out of wedlock all the time.
Yeah.
Every celebrity.
I don't even think this was out of wedlock.
Yeah,
I don't think it was.
The dude's an angel. He's still going to heaven.
All he said was like, "Yeah, I'm so happy to have a healthy young baby."
Yeah.
And like people were just like, "Oh, was this because
when he went through the process of having a scare?"
Yeah.
Like that seems so logical to me.
Well, because it is, Mike.
Yeah.
But people.
But people aren't logical. And that's what we're getting at.
Okay, so here's an example of people not being logical and getting upset about stupid things. Somebody posted that they were in the vet with their dog, and someone had scared a cat that had been taken into the vet and had gotten up into the ceiling and was running around and they couldn't catch it. And somebody posted, "How dare you have an environment that a cat can run away and be unsafe in?" Like, what?
Yeah.
What? Where do you
Your
go?
dog, your dog is racist.
Oh, my
Where do you
God.
go?
It's
Are
like
you-
a South Park episode.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, exactly. People on particularly Twitter, but other platforms as well, will find things to be enraged about that don't have anything to do with them personally.
Or controllable situations.
Yeah.
Well, you can't. You got to control the cat's emotions.
Yeah, exactly. You can't make a cat dangerous by having any place for the motherfucker to hide.
Oh God. Okay.
Anyway.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to hop back, talk about Hustle with Adam Sandler, a little bit of basketball talk right after this.
That picture.
All right.
Shall we begin?
Step one.
Alrighty, and we're back.
And
That
we're
synced
back.
up perfectly when we in rehearsal, and it just fucked me this way. Anyway, we're good.
We're good.
So it goes. The basketball Rocky?
Basketball Creed is what I was thinking.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
You know
it
what
is Creed vibes.
I don't know if it's a hot take. I really like Creed.
I really like Creed. too. I like
I think
both,
Creed was-
both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked both of them.
I think Creed kind of had a Top Gun effect on people. People
Oh,
really
maybe.
got behind Creed when it came out.
Yeah, and they're filming a third?
Yeah.
I think we've talked about it too, movie reviews where certain movies, you're not going to the theater, it doesn't excite you, that won't even watch it at home, or you can't now because things are all over the spot. But it's like the Airplane movie. I think Creed was one of my Airplane movies, and I actually typically choose trash movies. Right, I'm doing Fast and Furious 18 or whatever because you're just trying to zone out your brain, and they don't have that many options. And sometimes it makes it worse. But sometimes I feel like when you leave an Airplane and you're like, wow, that was a good movie, that means it's got to be a really fucking good movie.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm uncomfortable, I'm fucking pissed, it's hot, baby screaming, and I still like zoned in and kind of like this thing. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, if I saw it in theaters, I probably would have loved it.
Yeah.
And I don't know which Creed. It might have been both, actually.
I saw
only
the
seen
second one on a plane.
Yeah.
I've only seen the
both.
first one.
I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were both Airplane movies.
So they kind of follow the train of the Rocky movies, though, like the tones of
ish.
each movie.
Ish.
Like the first one feels like Rocky 1, the second one feels like Rocky 2.
Yeah, ish. Yeah, Creed. Yeah, this was. I mean, I liked it. Obviously, I'm a basketball head. I do like Adam Sandler a lot. And the amount of cameos in this thing's sick. Even in the preview.
Oh, to the end of the movie, the credits.
The credits at
it's
the
like,
end,
oh
yeah.
man, like I didn't realize like
Yeah.
these guys were some of these like top level NBA guys were just in the background.
Yeah.
I'm wearing an alt Sacramento Kings hat today to represent Sacramento Kings because there were none of them in this movie. The former coach,
Yeah.
Yeager, was in it, but that's fucking it.
There's very few that are deserving to be in it.
Well,
trust
but
me.
still.
And we're based in Philly, right? So they have Dr. J because he's
Yeah.
based in Philly, and then
Fox wasn't in it.
nah. They didn't have like a lot of guys like that because a lot of them are random. Like the main, I don't know if enemy or villain, I guess, in the thing is from Minnesota.
But he didn't play himself.
The kid did not.
Yeah, he did not.
No, he did not.
No,
Although
both of them, the main villain either.
Oh no, he did.
No, he had a different name.
Oh really? I thought
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a straight name.
No, he had a different name.
Edwards?
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah,
played
no, that's him.
Kermit.
No, he played Kermit Witz.
Kermit
Oh.
yeah.
Remember his name
Oh.
was Kermit.
I didn't
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Anthony. So here's the gossip of the day: is a lot of people behind the scenes said Anthony Edwards or Kermit wasn't acting.
That's how he is.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
wouldn't
they
be
casted
surprised
him
by
for
Yeah. Which kind of sucks because he is balling right now. I think he's like,
it. You can like he kind of has that look to him though, that real
Yeah, I know.
cockiness look to him.
but he is killing it. So it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, I don't know. He's
Like,
got that vibe though.
I think he's top 3 right now, highest scorers under the age of 21 ever. It's like
Wow,
fucking
yeah.
LeBron, maybe Jordan, maybe not even, and then him. You're like, what the fuck's going on? So he is balling.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I would never have gone to the movies to see this. I probably wouldn't have watched it at all because I'm not an Adam Sandler fan unless you guys had brought it up. But it was just fine. I liked it. It was just fine.
It's not very Adam Sandler-y.
No, thank God. I tried to watch. Everyone said that Uncut Gems was great. I started watching it. I had to turn it off. It
Really?
really
Couldn't
bothered
finish
me.
it?
Could not finish
I
it.
liked it.
I liked it.
I can watch it once though, and I'm good.
I didn't catch the hype of it.
Yeah.
Everyone said best movie Netflix has
Yeah.
ever fucking made. I don't know about that, but I did like it.
That was a COVID movie though, right? It wasn't like a moment
was.
of time. Everybody's kind of at home.
Yeah.
That movie came out. I was like, oh shit, like something new.
Yeah, and I
Which
think
was rare.
it's the thing where
Like
like
timing thing.
Adam Sandler, legendary, goofiest comedian ever, right? Him in the Jim Carrey's era, and then an era of absolute trash where like his other Netflix movies are like unwatchable, and then he comes out this in a serious different role. I understand like the magic behind that, the COVID deal plus that. You're like, all right, I understand why people get so hyped on it. But this, I think, is better than Uncut Gems, for me at least. Obviously, I like basketball.
He's playing a more naturalistic character.
Yeah.
Like, you could identify with the character. This character in
You
Uncut
can't
Gems,
identify with it at all.
No.
Yeah.
He was a caricature of a caricature.
Yeah, it's
of
like a
character.
stereotype.
That's fair.
Yeah, it was like a stereotype.
I did
Uncut.
like the ending of Uncut Gems, though.
I like the whole thing. And that's all kind of basketball-based, too, right? Kevin Garnett's stomping around in it.
So Robert Duvall as the owner, I literally was turning to talk to Brock, watching what I felt like was minutes or less, and then I turned back and like I missed the entire scene where he even died.
Oh yeah,
his
it was
funeral.
quick.
Like I was like, they really like that was. I was like, wait a second, like why is the son in charge now? I asked Kelsey because she was watching. She's like, oh, didn't you watch the day?
You put two Legos together.
What are you talking about? How did I miss that? Did I just black out?
He just sort of had an almost extended cameo kind of thing. He did, 2 scenes?
Yeah, I think
3 scenes.
And
They
then he was
obviously
just dead.
They wanted to fast forward to that kid being the enemy, but I do think they probably could have built up the relationship between Adam Sandler and the real owner.
I couldn't get past the son's fucking awful hair cap.
Yeah, all of it.
It was so bad. Like he would raise his eyebrows and his forehead would wrinkle really bad, but his head was just baby smooth, and it was like bulky because his hair's underneath it.
Yeah.
It looked so bad. It's like, dude, did we really need the character to be bald though? Like, did it really sell the character more? I don't think so. They should have just left it alone. It just looks so fake.
He looks a little softer with hair, so I think that's part of it.
He kind of has like rich prick boy vibes there though. He could have been fine.
I don't know.
Or have him like that. Have him with the 5 o'clock fade.
Yeah, a little buzzy.
Like it didn't have to be, baby newborn bald.
No, it didn't have to be.
Didn't have to be.
I don't get it either. I don't understand.
It was strange.
But
I couldn't get past it. It literally bothered me. One of the few things visually in this movie that bothered me was that guy's head.
That guy's face kind of bugs me.
I think it's supposed to.
Yeah. That's why he's always that type of role, I guess.
You're supposed to like him, and then I got major Maggie Gyllenhaal vibes off The Sister.
Yeah.
Sort of, Jeannie Buss meets Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
And I guess I was supposed to get that too, but
I think so. Then she kind of takes charge.
I do wonder why they chose
at the end. Yeah.
Why they chose
spoilers all over the place here, folks.
Yeah. I wonder why they chose Philly of all spots.
I don't know. That's
Adam
a good
Sandler's
question.
from New York, right?
I don't know.
Philly felt right though.
It did not feel right. I'm just wondering. It
Could
just
have been
seems
New York.
random.
I think New York is too it's too expensive to shoot in New York.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like it's way it's really hard to do.
Yeah.
Philly might be easier
Because they were probably in the Philly facilities. Like they were probably in the that's probably
New
all
York
real.
is like impossible to do shit.
Yeah.
The fan base in Philly is problematic, let's say.
Yeah,
for all sports.
Yeah, and
That's
they have
true.
a lot of history in basketball.
So is
right?
Boston.
Yeah, Boston
Yeah.
could have been another one, and that's where the kid ends up in the movie. But like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe they didn't want to do like one of the big three. They didn't want to do like a New York, LA, Boston for basketball, so they wanted to do something historic, but not as expensive or as in your face. And Philly kind of fits that a little bit. They had a lot of the Philly players. They had Dr. J in there and shit. I do think, and I don't know, my as much as my knowledge goes top to bottom, kind of in the fitness industry, because I've done, all of us really have talked with like the richest guys in the game and then like the new guys in the game, like in fitness. I've never been at the top of the basketball thing. I went really far personally, and then I have some friends that are pros, but I don't know the quote unquote, lack of a better term, business game.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, the only thing is like this seems like this movie to be real would have to be set in like the 70s or 80s. Like I don't think
My question is
undiscovered
whether-
talent.
I think
whether it
that's-
works like that anymore.
Yeah, the only other one which I did watch, and if it wasn't absolute trash, I would have told us to do both and compared and contrasted, is the one on the Antetokounmpo brothers, which are refugees, or I guess technically not, but they ended up in Greece, and then all 4 of them are in the NBA leagues, and 2 of them have NBA championships, and that's a Disney movie that just came out, but it was so terribly Disney. And the story's so fucking good, and they didn't even do it half justice. I wish somebody else would have bought the rights to whatever story.
Did they get their powers from a magical elf or something?
No, it's just like so corny
is
and
it Disney? Is it like a cartoon or
no,
it's live real?
It's
more
live
documentary
action.
style.
Yeah, not documentary style. It's like a story like this.
Okay.
And it's new, right? Like Anna Kupo's like fucking 23.
It was probably like on Disney XD or some shit.
No, they made it just for the new Disney platform.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it just wasn't, that good. But their story's kind of like that, but it's only like that because they didn't play basketball till they were 16. So the story's
That's
so
crazy.
fast forwarded. Yeah, and he's MVP and all this shit, and all 4 of them are in the league. Like it's actually pretty insane.
Where are they
story.
from again?
Don't quote me. I think it's Nigeria. I think it's Nigeria to Greece to here. And like to see him, like he plays like one kind of pro game in Greece, and then all of a sudden he's in New York getting drafted. Like is wild.
Yeah,
is wild. But I like Hakeem Elijah one was found like this. Some of the Manute Bol was kind of found like this. So this story, I don't think is unrealistic.
Hustling for dollars at the local spot.
Yeah, you're just like playing, or they're just like kind of soccer players turned basketball, kind of playing in the middle of nowhere because there wasn't leagues there. Now there's an African league, which our friend's involved with, you know, and like stuff like that. But there wasn't a thing like that.
They tried to kind of cover the tracks with that story with he was like on a trajectory, then had a dispute, like a physical dispute potentially.
He was in jail, right?
Yeah, he like beat somebody up.
Yeah, which
and
I guess
derailed his whole career, and like he became a problematic. But we also know how the NBA works, and that's not an issue.
Yeah.
I think
if you got the skills.
I think it is, but yeah, if you're absolutely dynamite, they'll look over it.
Dude, it's like the NFL, dude.
Yeah.
Like we got people playing in the NFL that have murdered people.
Straight up murdered people. Yeah. It I was obviously introduced as a plot element, and you could see it come from a mile away.
They didn't hide it.
And then
They
what
didn't
was
try to
funny
hide
though was it just how easily his friend, who was the agent, just dismissed it. Just
Adam?
like, nobody's gonna fucking. No one cares. No one cares. Like, why are we even talking about it?
I think that's why I like push back a little bit on Dean's statement, because I think if you take the normal route and you're at University of Kentucky and you're the best college player and you're the best of the best of the best, they're going to glance over that a little bit more. But it is a huge because then you can talk to his coaches and his stuff in the past and say, hey, is he coachable? Hey, is he punching you? Right? And they're all like, no. Then you're going to take because you really are investing an insane amount of energy and chance on these kids.
Money.
Yeah. So like. I think it is different when you don't know the guy's history.
Yeah.
And all you have is criminal record and then a street ball game or even a European game where, again, if you're at University of Alabama playing football and you're the baddest motherfucker and you have this little criminal thing, then they'll look over it because they can talk to every other ex-girlfriend and they all say, oh, yeah, he treated me pretty good. They can talk to your PE coach in high school and they're like, yeah, he was cool. Okay, now, you know what I mean?
That's
a little
true.
bit more character check than like something like this. I do think it would raise flags.
And it was the same thing in Creed. He also had like he beat
the fuck out of a guy, right?
Yeah, violent background thing. It reminded me a little bit when he found him, Adam Sandler's character found him out like playing street ball, hustling for money again. Reminded me of a scene from The Color of Money with Tom Cruise, where he basically.
I don't think I've seen that.
You haven't seen
I haven't
it?
either.
It's Pool, and it's a
Okay.
follow up to a movie from the '60s where Paul Newman was a pool shark.
Got it.
But he's also trying to like rise in the ranks and beat Minnesota Fats and become like the #1 pool player. And in Color of Money, it's Tom Cruise, and he's like the young talent rising in 9-ball, which is now the thing that's super popular.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to run a con the whole time, but if Tom Cruise comes in and just fucking wins off people, there's no money to be made from that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you make some, but you make much more if you tank and then have people like
shark it.
Yeah, make a bad judgment and put too much in because they think they're going to win a bunch, and then you just fleece them.
Take a dive.
Yeah. So anyway, though, it kind of reminded me of the guy just because he snuck off and then he just did the thing he knows how to do, and that's what it makes him feel good. All this other stuff is more challenging. I know I can go out and play street ball and win money out people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was a fun watch, like on a random Sunday.
Yeah.
It's kind of how we like, oh, let's check this out.
My internet went down last night. I had to watch this
Mine
fucker
too.
on my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I was still down this morning.
Yeah, I watched it a little bit ago when I texted you guys about.
I watched it a long ass time ago. I watched it when it came out.
Okay.
Before we even talked about doing it.
Yeah, I watched it like probably like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Maybe a little. Yeah. So. But I remember it very, very well. It was fun. It was lighthearted. It was good to see the cameos.
Yeah. To me, there's very few basketball movies.
Like this is definitely up there in the good basketball movies.
No, it might be one of my favorites. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't.
One of my
I can
favorite.
think of a better one. Space Jam or OG.
Yeah, it's like, but that's not like it is, but it isn't.
No,
you know?
for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like, I mean, there's really not that many basketball movies.
That one's like as legend, like always will be legendary. But yeah, I'm third grade, so of course, you know.
Teen Wolf.
Never seen it.
Oh man.
I've seen it.
Oh man.
A long time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can't be it though.
Dude, Teen Wolf's fun though.
I like sports movies, and people that like say they don't, I think maybe didn't play sports or like I don't know, because I don't think you have to for a really good sports movies. I never played football in my life, never put on a pair of pads or a helmet, but like Remember the Titans is
Friday Night Lights.
I've seen it. Remember the Titans for me is top 5 of my favorite movies.
It's a great movie.
Let alone sports movies
Great
of all
movie.
time. Like I absolutely love it, and I think anybody can enjoy it because there's so many facets to it. There's the family life.
Waterboy.
Waterboy is there, but honestly, there's not
Happy
like
Gilmore.
a lot of them. A lot of them aren't basketball like that. Like there's no Waterboy basketball movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there is.
What? Not that's good. Whatever you're about to say. What?
Fucking Flint Tropics. Will Ferrell.
Oh, dude, Semi-Pro is pretty
Semi-Pro.
good. Semi-Pro is highly underrated.
The movie's great.
No, it's pretty underrated.
It's good.
Yeah, that just came on Netflix too. I was watching that.
Dude, yeah.
They got cameos in there too. Andre 3000.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else could have gotten the wide and deep array of cameos in this kind of movie other than Sandler or The Rock.
No, I think only Adam Sandler. The Rock might be able to do it in like football or something, but I was reading an interview. I forgot.
Was this a happy
I
production?
assume so.
One of his, yeah.
I assume so because he has a fat contract with Netflix.
Yeah.
Happy Madison.
Happy
Madison.
Yeah. I was reading some kind of article where Adam's gone to like pro runs over the years because everyone kind of sees him on Instagram now. I knew this for a long time, but everyone sees him on Instagram playing basketball and shit. And some of the pros are like, nah, he can kind of like play.
Oh yeah, he's kind of wet with it.
Yeah,
if you leave him open, he'll make it.
Yeah, and now he's like a little bit older, so he's probably not moving as well to like hang out with LeBron James and them. But I think he goes to pro runs and like doesn't get totally embarrassed.
Oh, if he played in like the celebrity game,
No, he would kill it.
He would kill it.
Yeah.
I think he has played
Dude, celebrity games used to be one of my favorite things because they would actually choose people that could play.
And not like Travis Scott, who's just like the most unathletic person you've ever seen on a basketball
now they're
court.
choosing like the most random, or it's like somebody's sister. Yeah, it's like a bus cousin or something's in there playing. I'm like, what? Like Chris Brown, like all these guys could really. They'd bring Terrell Owens in there. They could bring people. Even Justin Bieber can like kind of play. And now they're just
JT.
Yeah. They would have like real ballers.
Now they're all golfing though. Now they all just golfed last weekend at the in Tahoe.
yeah.
You ever been to that?
Dude, honestly, I'm going next year.
It's hella fun.
I'm not skipping it ever again.
No, it's
I'm
hella
going
fun.
next year. It looked like such a good time.
Yeah, I went probably 10 years ago now. It was so fun, dude.
Yeah,
It's
gotta go.
so fun. The vibe's really good up there. They were talking about the celebrity golf tournament up in Lake Tahoe, which is really close to us.
What do you think it costs to make this? What do you think their budget was on this?
Oh, I don't know. I can probably look it up.
I don't know.
10 million?
Yeah, like what do you do with all these cameos and shit? They cost, or you think the guys are just down?
I think they're probably paying him scale.
Yeah, because like I'm sure some of the guys, like a lot of them are. Most of the cameos in this were a lot of like commentators and announcers. Now they're like OGs. Like they snuck in some other ones. Like Seth Curry was in there in the background and little stuff. I think Tobias Harris.
Jalen Jacoby was in there, right?
Yeah, a bunch of guys that like play in the league, but they're not LeBron James.
Kenny Smith.
Kenny Smith, obviously. But like again,
I like Kenny Smith can kind of act.
no, he's good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, no, he was in it.
He was in that.
Yeah.
It just shows you, like, I don't think acting's that hard.
Nah, I think if you're like playing yourself in a way,
Yeah.
right? Like if you throw him in a role like that,
It's all about the director at the end of the day. I think just tell you what to do.
right? And a guy like Kenny Smith who's been on
Good writing.
he's
They
been
had
on
a lot of-
TV for 15 years now. You know, like he's
That's
already
true.
in the game a little bit. And
He's got screen presence.
and that's what some of these shows. And I would argue that. What you got?
21.
Jesus.
Because I mean they did have a lot of folks.
That's
and,
cheap.
And
That's
they-
a really cheap
Yeah, that's
movie.
not bad. And they went to Spain and shit. You know, there's a little bit of cash. I think some of these guys are underrated as entertainers. You know, the Shaqs and the Kobes. People joke and like, oh, they have good personalities. I'm like, dude, these guys are like ad-libbing comedy on nothing sometimes. Like sometimes there's nothing going on in the game and they just gotta joke and go. Like they're talented guys.
That's true. opening weekend that did. How do you gross money?
I think that they may have
signups?
opened it somewhere.
Maybe overseas.
Maybe, yeah, possibly. I don't know.
Because Netflix is so weird. You go to Canada and they have a totally different,
Interesting.
menu than we do.
So this movie's already made money
Yeah, they're doing it.
for sure.
They're doing it. And I think rightfully so. Will it go down in history as like top 10 sports movies? Probably not. But if you already have Netflix, I think it's definitely worth a watch.
Oh, dude, yeah, for sure. Netflix is like, they were kind of in a lull, but they got some heavy hitters coming up. They got that new Chris Evans movie with Notebook Boy coming out.
I don't know about Chris Evans, bro.
What's the guy's name from Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling.
I don't know about
Him
him
and Ryan
either.
Gosling have like some like Avengers style Netflix movie coming out where like fighting each other, but they're like normal people.
I don't know about either of them. They're not winning me over.
I like them both.
I like Chris Evans a lot.
I don't hate them both, but I don't know if
I like Chris
either.
Evans a lot actually too. Even in like Another Teen movie.
I don't even like. I don't even know if I like Captain
I
America.
mean, that was his debut.
It probably was close.
Dude,
to
Captain America are the best Avengers movies.
No, but like as a character, yeah, the movies are good. Yeah, Civil
He's
War.
good in them.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Winter
he's
Soldier is
great.
the best Marvel movie fucking period.
I really like
for
Civil
me.
War. I like
think,
Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War and Winter Soldier are two of my favorites for sure.
I really like Civil War a lot.
For some reason, like it's kind of like Superman to me. Like Captain America is like a little too clean. I like when shit's a little hairy. You
like a DC.
No, even like Iron Man. Where you're like
Yeah,
his ego's
because he's a dick.
Yeah, his ego's getting in the way, and then his selfishness for his family's getting in the way. I like the realistic, and that's why like Thanos is kind of cool, right? Like, is Thanos evil? Like, you could easily write a whole fucking PhD paper why he's not actually evil, right? Like, I like that.
Not 100% ill-intentioned. It's his methodology that's
That
bad.
is disagreeable.
Yeah.
But if you believe in his shit, you believe in
Okay,
his shit,
so has anybody seen the new Thor other than
No,
Not yet. I want to go see it
Too
ASAP.
soon.
I was actually almost going to go see it like either today or on Friday just by myself.
Yeah, today's a good day. I used to go to the movies every Monday, Tuesday at like
Dude,
noon.
I went and saw the Batman by myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And that was
I
like
think Sam and I went together
so
as well.
nice.
Yeah.
To just like close. I saw it at literally the first showing during the week. It was like a 10 a.m. showing or
That's the
something.
best. No one's in there.
No one was in there. It was like me and a couple other people. Like I had my phone like off. I was just like chilling by myself. It was just nice.
I used to do that weekly, bro. I love it.
Dude, that's a therapeutic experience.
No,
That's
it
the
is.
first time I've ever done that.
Yeah, I used to go at like noon every Tuesday.
And it was, I think I picked the perfect movie to do that for the first time too. The Batman. It was
Yeah.
like perfect.
I did that with the last Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah.
I heard that's like unwatchable.
It's not unwatchable, but it's not good. There's a lot of fan service.
Yeah.
A lot of necessary fan service because the plot itself doesn't make any fucking
You think
sense.
fan service would slowly die away with some stuff like that? Because obviously, like us, but a lot of people that are going to go watch that movie never watch the old ones.
Potentially.
You know what I mean?
know.
Like anyone under the age of 25 may a high chance that they never even seen them. Because if you try to watch the first Jurassic Park and you're 25 and you've never seen any of them, I think it's gonna be rough.
The animatronics like hold up.
I know
No, they hold up okay.
it's all that stuff is good. It's just a goofy fucking movie.
Yeah,
That's
I'm sure.
It's sometimes scary and often goofy movie.
I think that's gonna be hard. If I never saw Star Wars as a kid, the originals, and then I try to watch them now, I'm not gonna be a Star Wars fan. I don't think.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's hard to say.
You
I don't know. You're probably right.
So do we have any what the fuck moments in this movie? The one that we just saw.
I guess I'm gonna say my most shocking moment. Not even shocking is not even the right word. I was actually really surprised with like, man, like I kind of forgot how good of an actress Queen Latifah was.
Yeah,
she played the
Queen Latifah
wife
a lot.
really well. That's not my what the fuck moment, but I forgot to mention that earlier. Like, I was like, oh man, like she's great.
Yeah.
She did a really good job, and I believe their relationship was like really. It felt like they were a couple. It was good.
Yeah.
The family dynamic part of the story.
Yeah, it was solid.
Was really solid. I liked that. But dude, as far as like a jump out moment, like no, the movie was like pretty cookie cutter.
Yeah, I didn't have
was.
like a jump out either, but I had more of a moment like yours where the main guy I think did just a good enough job at acting, considering he's an NBA player, and they cast that role well because like obviously
They did.
You can't grab LeBron James.
No.
Right? And so like this and to me, and this is being a basketball player, making the workout scenes, it makes them legitimate enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've
Yeah.
seen so much basketball and stuff that turns me off. Where I'm like, dude, this kid doesn't even know anything about basketball. Like, he can't even dribble. So
Yeah.
you see this guy working out, running hills. And I'm like, oh, now I'm watching an athlete work out. That's part of what makes Creed cool. Obviously, Michael B. Jordan isn't a fucking boxer, but he's an athlete. You can just tell.
Yeah.
And he trained hard to be able to train hard in the movie.
He got incredibly jacked.
Yeah, well, it just looks cool. Like, if you're hitting mitts right, and again, I'm no pro boxer, but I can tell when someone's a fucking fake. And he's moving correctly, and watching this kid work out, or the games, and that's why all the cameos are there. The games are against other NBA players.
Right.
To my eye, which is a little bit picky, I enjoy watching that.
Yeah.
Where I watched, recently talking about Netflix shit or whatever, All-American TV show.
Didn't see it.
It's like fine. I started watching, I think, during when I had COVID, and so I'm just fucking binging the fuck out of it. But like even that, they're these high school kids. They're probably 28, and they're fucking playing football.
They're the Stranger Things kids.
Yeah,
they're,
it's kind of
40.
It's
and
like
they're
that, but
just
worse.
Graduated.
It's like that, but worse, I think. Yeah, and they're moving around on the field, and I can just tell I'm like, dude, that kid's never played a sport in his life. Like that kid's never played a sport in his life. And that throws me out of the fucking zone.
Did you guys watch? Did you guys finish that?
Stranger Things?
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah. What, you want to talk about it?
We can hit it.
Sure.
Yeah, hit it. What you got on Stranger Things, dude?
Man, my buddies really liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was definitely watchable. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But just like, did we have to do the Spectra James Bond, like I was behind everything, like moment? Like, I know they had.
Yeah.
Did you have to tie every single thing up into one person being like the puppet master? Did we have to do that?
I would say no if they didn't start with that, but they actually plotted out 5 seasons, or at least the whole story that would cover 5 seasons.
So this has always been the
case.
thing.
Yeah,
okay,
it's always been baked into it.
Maybe that'll change my
it's
opinion.
Unlike Lost, where they had no fucking clue from season to season or episode to episode where they were going.
2020, we watched all of Lost again.
Yeah,
I lost myself at like season 3 on that guy.
Oh, dude, it's like what happens between season 3
They
and
find the
end?
tunnel.
Like,
When do they find the tunnel?
Oh, dude, that's like season 2 or 1.
That's when I stopped.
Yeah,
I was like,
there's
they're looking
like
down a
8
hole,
seasons.
and then I'm out. Yeah, I know.
The hatch.
Yeah,
the hatch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stranger Things for me, and I agree, it's very watchable, and it's still probably in the scheme of how many shows come out now, it's still elite, right? Because they're just whipping shit out left and right.
Huge spoiler alert.
Yeah, no.
If you haven't seen Stranger Things yet, turn it off.
We give them like 3
tune
weeks,
back
bro.
in.
There's no spoilers anymore because they don't have to go to the theater. You know what I mean? Spoilers probably shouldn't be a thing, and the internet.
I guess maybe this is my ignorance of the 5-season plot thing, but like I thought it was going to be over.
Yeah,
I thought they were marketing this as the end.
No, they're moving for sure.
No,
But I'm like,
more.
I want it to
popular.
be done. I'm over it.
So
I'm over it. I really am.
I think I'm a little over.
I'm going to watch them, but I'm over it.
The first 2 episodes of this season, I thought maybe I was over it because they were so scattered.
Yeah,
It was. It was their revenge or. It was their Empire Strikes Back moment. It was very everybody was on their own. So everybody was separated.
Yeah.
And now they all came back at the end.
Yeah.
Like
they're not even
Return of the
friends.
Jedi.
It feels like.
They've definitely following a Star Wars plot line here with like the separation and then all the heroes come together for the finale.
Yeah.
What I didn't enjoy is like the general vibe. Because what caught me with season 1 of it was the nostalgia and how there's dark shit happening, but the show wasn't dark.
Oh yeah,
And
the
so
show
the whole
is now
season
dark.
was just dark.
So this whole thing, and I don't mind darkness, but it's just like the vibe of what made Stranger Things different to me than
It was
every
less
other
comedic.
sci-fi.
It was less funny.
Yeah, and it's like less kids. Like now they're all acting like they're
Jaded adults.
Yeah, and that they're fucking James Bond. Like they're all like fucking killers all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Where like they're
yeah.
not figuring out. They're like, no, we kill aliens for a living. I know I'm 8 years old,
They're
but this is what I do.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
And that's funny in the beginning, right? Because
Yeah.
they're Ghostbusting fans and they don't know what to do and they're just some fucking kids.
Yeah.
The other thing I didn't like is again the other one's all innocent and they don't know what the fuck's going on. And this one, it felt like a regular action film where I had to watch what they do. They did like section 1 and section 2.
Mm-hmm.
Section 1 came out and I like kind of watched it and then I turned it off. I did a quitter on it. I quit on Stranger Things because there's so many guns happening, and like in the original ones, that's like not the vibe. Now all of a sudden there's shootouts and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? And I understand he's in a prison in Russia and like the whole thing's exploded, but like I didn't like the entire switch up from this cool 80s 90s deal
DIY. Defense.
Like kids sci-fi, and they put you in that, and then now all of a sudden it's just an action sci-fi film.
Now they're just going to this gun surplus store and buying shotguns.
It's every other sci-fi I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah, it is. You're right. And then that last 2.5 hour episode could have been an hour.
For sure.
Probably
without
so.
question.
I still liked it though. The thing that bugged me about it,
The plot didn't move for almost 2 hours.
Yeah. The thing that bugged me about it was that it ended on a cliffhanger that is clearly not going to allow them to do a time jump. They totally need to do a time jump of a few years to catch up with these kids' ages.
Well, they are.
Oh yeah, because the whole thing's wide open now.
Yeah, but like, so the world's gonna collapse into this fucking hell hole.
They might
in slow motion because it seems like it's happening really fast.
Yeah, they might just fast forward. And they might just be an apocalyptic world.
Maybe
It could.
You know what I mean? And then you know what happened.
Yeah.
Basically, like they do a season in preview, and then they're like, boom, and now we're living.
But how
in the
come
upside.
here, like the main, like what's his name, Mike? What's the kid's name at the
Yeah.
end with the bowl cut?
Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
He was like
Or
the main
Will.
kind of Will. He was the main character,
Will,
like in the first set, in the first season.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
the first upside down.
So
kid.
he's just been so out of touch with like his like sense of like what's happening until the very end. Now all of a sudden he's like tuned into what's going on, and now he's gonna be like obviously the main focus of like
Again.
the next last season again to end it.
Maybe.
How they opened it.
And he's probably the weakest actor.
Oh, he's
One of-
so
one of-
he's so bad.
One of the two weakest actors in the whole
It just shows you like to be a child actor doesn't require much skill.
Yeah.
And then you get older, and then you actually like have to like know how to act a little
Yeah.
bit.
now you're fucked.
And now you're fucked. And you
11
look like you're 50.
Yeah, 11's good.
Yeah.
Gaten Matarazzo is fucking great. He's really, really good.
Is that Hopper? Who's
No, Hopper is. Oh my god, I'm blanking on his
Some
name.
people turn
That
poor
guy's really good.
Someone.
Yeah, David Harbour.
Some
He's good at
people
everything.
on
So it's almost his real name.
Some people on TikTok turned starving Russian prison Hopper into a sex toy or a sex icon, and I didn't like that. I didn't think that was proper.
That he got skinny.
Then he got ripped out. He said he
There's like
I
a
saw some interview.
There's
where
like a TikTok trend where people do like, why you think I'm watching Stranger Things or something, you know? And then they show like a thing, and then they actually just show like a hot dude or a hot chick. Like, oh, new season, and then they like do a pan up of fucking Hopper starving. I'm like, dude, you know, like you
He
obviously.
was pretty lean though, and
He was
looked
very
pretty
lean.
good
Yeah.
I don't know if he looked
in
good.
that little church wherever it was.
Yeah, he's.
He was pretty jacked, dude. He had like build.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Hopper's not my goal physique.
At his
Starving
age-
Russian Hopper
At
isn't.
his age, it'd be a vibe.
Not when Dwayne Johnson's stomping around.
That's fair. That's our false sense of reality. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, we
If
feel like
I'm-
the little girls looking at the Vogue magazine, man.
Yeah, if I'm not 70 and I don't look like The Rock, I fucking quit.
You failed at life.
I didn't work hard
You
enough.
failed at life.
So here's my theory for season 5.
Okay.
So to get Max back,
Yep.
11 has to trade places with her because of that fucking Kate Bush song.
Running up that hill.
Yeah. Make a deal with God and get him to swap our places. That's what I think. And so at
That
the
song
end,
was-
there's no 11.
So she's alive, obviously.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
blind.
Yeah, she's like zombied out.
Yeah.
How come her whole body was in cast? I thought only one of her arms broke and one of her legs broke. Apparently they all broke. She's in a full body cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fucked.
She was almost like wadded up like aluminum foil.
How much do you actually TikTok? I know you're on there a little bit. Not that much?
Not much.
All right, so is
mostly for work, and then like I'll post it on my main and
All
then
right.
steal it from there to
Yeah.
post on.
But you're not
something
scrolling
else.
all day like my dumbass.
No, Kelsey does. But I see a lot of it though. I see a lot of it.
What I wonder is, because I talked about Jim about that, it literally made me hate that song, and I don't know if it's because TikTok overplayed it, but I also
TikTok
feel,
ruins everything.
No, for sure. But I also feel like the movie overplayed it. Like I get you're making a theme here.
They could have reduced that by
Right?
about at least 50%,
Okay.
and it would have been okay.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
song
yeah.
was really fun at first, and then you don't want to hear it ever again.
Yeah,
No, I don't ever
Taika
wanna hear it
Waititi
again.
was complaining about that over the weekend.
Shout out
Was
to
he?
Taika Waititi, dude.
Yeah,
One of my faves.
Yeah, huge Kate Bush fan. Apparently, he's like, now it's ruining Kate Bush for me because I was there first. Now he's also a hipster.
Yeah, no, I
Yes.
like Taika.
I love
dude.
that. I
Yeah.
love that mindset.
No,
though.
I do too. I'm hipster till I die.
Yeah, he's got some new Star Wars in the pipeline too.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of
supposedly
stuff.
nobody knows what the hell it's about though.
It's not the.
It's
not. It's a series or a
not the
3-part
Admiral one or
or is it a
whatever it's called.
trilogy?
I don't know.
I heard it
Movies?
was a trilogy.
Yeah, I think it's a movie
Oh,
trilogy.
fuck yeah, dude. Taika's my guy.
Dude, Taika's the shit. He's
Yeah.
good.
That's what Bart named his
Did you
kid
guys
after.
watch? Did you guys watch? I know we're just like going off now. That his what's it called? Reservation Dogs.
I've seen a few episodes
no.
of it.
I
yeah.
tried to get into it. I like the vibe, and it's just. I think it's just too specific for me.
Yeah.
Like I just can't connect with it at all.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to go back to it because we're watching Dark Winds,
Okay.
which is reservation in the 70s murder mystery
Okay.
crime thing.
Okay.
It's very good.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking that it has helped me get into the mindset to be able to go back and watch Reservation Dogs.
Did Taika do his thing on Thor? Was it great?
Oh, he did this one too?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for
lit.
sure, for sure. It's totally a Taika Waititi movie. Absolutely.
What's the TV show that really underground blew him up? The vampire one?
Vampire
What We
Diaries?
Do in the Shadows?
Yeah.
Oh.
I haven't watched that, but I heard it's
I haven't
dope.
watched it either, but it's. I've seen people complain about this movie and say it's like too clever by half, and he's like going, doubling down on everything that he's done before. But like, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's
Like,
It's
people
fucking
loved
Thor. He's
people
a
loved
Avengers.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, he's not changing the world.
Yeah.
It's a superhero movie.
Yeah, it's actually in some ways a more straightforward movie than
Ragnarok?
Ragnarok.
Is what's her name actually jacked? Portman?
She's pretty jacked. Yeah.
'Cause yeah. I heard there's fitness rumblings of people complaining.
Maybe she got on something for it.
No,
No.
more fitness rumblings like they did with Galdo. They're like, well, why can't women have muscle?
They can.
They can. She did.
No, I know. I'm saying from the fitness industry standpoint.
Got it.
Oh,
Not
no.
from the world. Yeah, to the world.
That's why
Galdo's
Brooke
on
Gentz
steroids.
was in those movies.
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
background.
she looked sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So this film, we do a rating, a unique to the film rating. I'm gonna say in this one, broken fingers.
Okay.
So yeah, because they were very important to the Adam Sandler character. His broken fingers. Was he wearing that thing the whole time?
Yeah, I think it's like
Yeah.
probably just like comes in and out of pain, like
Yeah.
when the weather changes. Maybe. I
Okay,
don't know. No,
all
not
right.
the whole time. He would wear it periodically.
Yeah.
It was like the pain would come in and out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever broke a finger. I never really broke a bone, but basketball, your fingers do get fucked.
I broke this one. This one's all fucked.
You
up.
get fucked.
Baseball.
Like my like
Sliding
my,
in baseball.
My thumb ended up like the size of a knee one time. Like it is stupid common.
Yeah.
Jerseys or nets.
Well, he
or-
got it from punching somebody, right?
Yeah, his was extra.
He broke someone.
as
He
well.
punched someone in the face. It
Yeah.
broke his hand. That's
Yeah.
what ruined his basketball career.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was in the car accident when he was drunk.
Oh, that's probably what
Because
it was.
he
Yeah.
helped
You're right.
kept a telephone pole from
Yeah.
killing the guy who becomes the agent.
Yeah.
You're right. Oh, see. Okay, yeah, I remember.
See, some of
now.
that's like a little cliche, but it's good. Like it does build layers to this thing. Like the movie's not total.
Yeah,
Trash.
Yeah, like another wrinkle
Yeah.
was that like he didn't. It wasn't the combine that got him the contract. It was the private workout
Yeah.
afterwards. And
Yeah.
they had already given up, and you think, okay, well, this movie's really going to go in a different direction, and then it corrects itself back to the main hero narrative. Anyway, though, broken fingers.
10 broken fingies since we have two hands.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that works for me. There's a little more nuance in the scale there.
I'll go like a 7.2. It's good. I guess in the general of sports, yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
7.58.
Yeah.
In general movies, yeah, it's more like a 6.57.
Yeah.
But in Netflix movies, probably more like an 8, right? Like
Yeah.
Netflix is just throwing shit out there. You know?
Yeah. Let's stick to one of those then. I like sport. Let's compare it to other sports movies.
Other sports movies, I'll give it a 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah, in the sports movie genre.
Yeah.
And Remember the Titans is 10 out of 10 for me. For
Okay.
reference.
That's the scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go low sevens. Low seven fingers.
Yeah.
Seven fingies.
Because there's nothing you're watching and you're like, wow, that sucks.
No.
No,
know,
no.
ever.
There isn't
No.
a moment in the movie you
Yeah.
would go, oh, well, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also 2 hours is pretty short.
No,
It was
yeah.
short. It was short.
It's
Like,
clean.
Yeah.
It's like solid.
Kelsey
yeah.
couldn't. My wife couldn't give a shit less about basketball.
Yeah, and she stood
Was
this.
tuned in.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Thought it was fun.
Yeah, Adam's good in it, I think.
They structured a good movie.
Yeah.
And it kept the pace was
Yeah.
good.
Nothing out of this world.
Yeah, 7.
Nothing
Solid, actually,
new.
solid 7.
Yeah.
Solid 7.
Yeah. I'm tempted to go 5 plus a shocker, but I'm going to go 7 as
Yeah.
well.
5 plus a shot.
Yeah.
So an 8.
Oh.
It would have been an 8, but I
But
would
two
just
are
be
in the pooper, so I,
would
don't know
just-
if those count
I
as
would-
one, just
positives.
one.
Oh,
Just one.
I thought it was 2 in the stink if you're getting real weird.
No, that's the city boy move.
Oh, sorry. I'm a little 2. Yeah. The country boys go 2 in the front. Yeah, I didn't know.
No, I'm going to go. I would have been provocative to say
Yes.
5, but I think that 7's about right.
Yeah, I think so too. I because we're going off the Remember the Titans scale.
I
So
love
Yeah.
Remember the Titans, dude. I really do. Like Denzel's maybe my favorite if I had to stamp one, and he is Remember the Titans so good. You got the racial shit going on, you got
Yeah.
the sports shit going on, you got the family shit going
a
on.
lot of layers.
It's
a
so,
lot of
you got
layers.
the comedy going on,
Yeah.
the music. Like that's the music I was raised on.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good early 2000s movie.
No, yeah, loved it. Saw it in theater.
It really grips the early 2000s vibe.
all of it. Yeah, Ryan Gosling. Speaking of your guys' boy.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah,
We may have to watch that one.
I would love to do Remember the Titans. I would
Oh,
love.
the Ryan Gosling.
Oh.
No, remember the Titans.
Yeah, maybe
oh,
we
dude,
bring-
yeah, I'm down.
Maybe we bring Dan in for some football love.
All right, let's
Yeah,
do-
we'll do us and Dan.
Let's do
Okay.
that next time.
I like that.
Because you were more baseball, eh? Growing up.
Yeah, we can do Field of Dreams.
I've never seen a single baseball movie besides. I didn't watch it though. My dad's an Indians fan, so we watch Charlie.
Major League.
So that's on the TV all the time. I never watched it. I'm
fucking
zoned out.
great movie.
Yeah, always on the TV.
So fucking
Field of
good.
Dreams is good, and there's also
What's the Angels in the Outfield Disney shit?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Was
Sandlot.
that's the only Sandlot.
Sandlot.
I saw all those when I was a kid, but never.
Movie's a
rewatched.
cultural staple.
Touchstone, yeah, for sure.
As a kid, what stands out more is Little Giants, and I know it's not even close to in the conversation.
It's up there. No, Little Giants
is
is up
it?
there for football.
Yeah, but
No.
what we should watch is Bad News Bears.
Never seen that either.
That's good.
Oh, that's what's his name? Fucked Angela Jolie.
That's the remake. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was a remake.
And
Yeah.
what's the one with Keanu Reeves?
Yes, I've seen none of these.
Oh shit! I can't remember what
That
one's
movie.
called.
That movie's sad.
That
What's-
movie is very sad.
Is there
Yeah.
one with Whoopi where they play softball, or someone else where they play softball? I've seen that.
Maybe.
Oh, I know what
Disney-ish?
you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like a women's pro softball.
Oh
the
my
first
god, what
women's
is that?
pro
I've
softball
seen
or
that.
something.
I've seen that.
So not.
That's our era for like
yeah,
when we were
that's 90s
kids.
Disney Channel shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of solid. Or the one where the kid breaks his fucking arm and now yeets it.
Yeah, that's
That's good too.
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie
yeah.
of the Year?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was my dream, dude. I almost
What is
broke
that
my
movie
arm
with
for that
Keanu
one.
Reeves? That's a great baseball movie. He's a little league, but he's a coach. He's got a gambling problem.
So good.
Oh.
That's such a
I've
fucking
seen that.
sad movie.
No, I saw that in theaters. That was really good.
Yeah.
What is it
it's
called?
So sad.
That's our era too, right? That's 90s-ish.
Hardball.
Hardball. Hardball was good.
Right?
Maybe.
No, Hardball's Brad Pitt.
Yeah. No, Moneyball is. Brad
Moneyball.
Pitt.
Is this Hardball?
Hey, Moneyball's solid too.
I did not like
Really?
it. I don't
like
know
Moneyball.
why.
I thought Moneyball was great.
I love Jonah, dude.
That could have been a Netflix movie though,
Probably. Yeah. In
right?
hindsight,
Think about it now.
It could have been it could have been a text for us. All I'm concerned.
no.
I didn't really love it at all.
Could have been a text. The
A meme could have been an internet.
Could have been a meme.
it's so funny. Like that's a whole other conversation. Like looking back at old movies that could have done better on like a streaming service.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because I like Michael Lewis a lot. The guy who wrote Moneyball.
And it's pretty true to like the real deal. And you got
that's
like
what I hear.
just Jonah Hill. You got Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill working together.
I don't think it's that realistic from a baseball standpoint.
But it's pretty by the book of what happened. It's pretty realistic.
It's reasonably, yeah.
It's a team that really didn't do anything. That's the funny part of the whole
Yeah,
story.
it's
Is like
you put all
They
this
still sucked.
yeah.
they still didn't win.
You put a Cray supercomputer
They went
behind it, and
deep.
they still
Yeah.
didn't fucking win.
Yeah,
Like if this is their religion, they never made it to the fucking
it's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
the gates.
Yeah.
pearly gates.
It is working for other teams though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It did work for
sort
other
of. It
teams
worked
to
for the
win.
Red Sox.
Yeah.
That's pretty much who it worked for. Is the
Yeah.
Red Sox.
It's true.
All right, shall we wrap this one up?
Yeah. Plug away, Dean. Where can people find you?
Oh, you know, the usuals, at Caffeine Kilos, at, my personals, if you want to just like look at family stuff that you don't care about.
No, people care sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. We are humans behind these brands sometimes.
Yeah.
We are people. Some people don't realize that when they send mean emails or DMs.
Yeah. I did a
At least we are people with feelings.
I did a Q&A today, and someone said, "Schnoz game big. How do I get gains on my schnoz?"
Oh.
Like that hurt a little bit.
See, that's just like, what's wrong? Why are you? But then you just look at that and you're like, man, who hurt you?
Well, there's a couple things that come to mind. Not to drag this out, but two things that heard a really
I'm
good.
good at doing
I heard
that.
it-
Instigating that. Sorry.
No, I heard a really good moral thing, and they're like, don't mention it to someone if it's not something they can fix in 5 seconds.
That's a fair point.
That's a
I like
great
that.
thing, right?
I like that.
Like, hey, Dean, I don't like your haircut. You can't fix that right now. But like,
Yeah.
hey, Dean, you have a fuzz in your
yeah,
beard.
hey, you got a little boogie
yeah,
hanging
yeah,
out.
yeah, get the boogie out.
Yeah.
The other thing is, hey, motherfucker, I've had this nose for 34 years. You don't think I know it's slightly larger than the norm? Like, you think you're bringing breaking news to me?
I've never even. But here's the. I've never
Breaking nose.
I've never
Yeah.
even looked at your nose and ever thought anything of it.
Yeah, actually, I got a big head, too, and I got a fucking big body. I'm just large.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an Italian nose, but, the only thing that I'm scared of is they say your nose and ears don't stop growing.
Is that true though?
I don't know, because they're, like cartilagey, because then I'm like, well, I think my dick stopped growing, and I wish my dick would not stop growing as well.
And then you look at like what was the catcher for the Yankees like in the 40s? He's got like ears that are like this big.
Like some Dumbos.
Yogi Berra?
Yogi Berra.
Yeah.
He's got his ears are this big.
Yeah. He's
The biggest ears you've ever seen.
Yeah.
First guy to ever tuck his ears in his cap.
Live action Dumbo.
They're huge.
Yeah, I don't know. So fuck you all out there. 3sb.co, good company. We'll see you in Santa Clara August 13th and 14th if you're in the Bay Area or anywhere in California you're traveling. September 10th and 11th here, open gym, party, and meet at 3rd Street Barbell. And Solid Mike everywhere you want to find me. New episodes every Wednesday, Friday, fam.
I am at the Jim McDonald on all those social media. This show, 50% Facts, where percent is a word and 50 is just numbers. 50% Facts is a Spreaker Prime podcast in association with iHeartMedia. on the Obscure Celebrity Network, and we'll talk to you on Friday.
Are you guys still doing that?